The crown of thorns. It is a powerful symbol of faith. Christians believe it was placed on Jesus' head during crucifixion and thus represents suffering and sacrifice. It is a reminder of Jesus' love for humanity. The crown of thorns is a sacred relic. It is venerated by millions of Christians. Its exact origin is unknown. However, it is believed to be made from the plant Ziziphus spina Christi, common in the Middle East. The crucifixion of Jesus is a pivotal event in Christianity. It is described in the Gospels of the New Testament. According to these accounts, Jesus was arrested and tried. He was sentenced to death by the Roman authorities. Crucifixion was a common method of execution in Roman times. It was a brutal and agonizing death. Jesus was forced to carry his cross to Golgotha. This is the place where he was crucified. Before being nailed to the cross, Jesus endured further suffering. Roman soldiers mocked him. They placed a crown of thorns upon his head. This was meant to humiliate him. He bore the weight of humanity's sins. Yet, he also showed forgiveness and prayed for those who crucified him. The crown of thorns is one of the most important relics in Christendom. After the crucifixion, the crown's whereabouts remained unknown for centuries. It resurfaced in Jerusalem in the 4th century. Empress Helena, mother of Constantine the Great, traveled to the Holy Land. She sought out relics associated with Jesus. Empress Helena identified several relics. These included the true cross and the crown of thorns. She brought them back to Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, where the crown remained for centuries. However, the city faced numerous threats. This included attacks from Crusaders and the Ottoman Turks. The crown in modern times. In the 13th century, Baldwin II, the Latin emperor of Constantinople, faced financial ruin and pawned the crown to bankers in Venice, Italy. After learning this, French King Louis IX, now St. Louis, collected a considerable sum of money, which enabled him to purchase it by compensating the Venetian bankers. In 1239, the king entered Paris carrying the crown himself, barefoot and dressed in a simple tunic. Louis IX built a magnificent new chapel to house the relic, which was completed in 1248. This chapel, known as the Sainte-Chapelle in Paris, became one of the most important pilgrimage sites in Europe. The relic stayed there until the French Revolution, when, after finding a home for a while in the Bibliothèque Nationale, it was deposited in the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris. During a restoration campaign, a fire broke out on April 15, 2019, in the cathedral's attic. The crown, however, was saved from the flames by the Parisian Fire Brigade's chaplain, Father Jean-Marc Fournier. Notre Dame is set to reopen on December 8, 2024, following a restoration project estimated to cost upward of €700 million, $767 million. Since the April 2019 Inferno, the famous Louvre Museum has been the crown's temporary home, where the relic arrived along with other objects from Notre Dame's treasury. Throughout Lent, members of the public had the opportunity to venerate the crown in the Church of Saint-Germain-l'Auxerrois, not far from the Louvre. This is where the daily liturgical services, usually celebrated by the canons of Notre Dame, take place. As the cathedral prepares for the December 8 reopening, Knights of the Equestrian Order of the Holy Sepulchre have been present at the side of the crown during moments of veneration for over a century. Since Cardinal Louis-Ernest Dubois, the Archbishop of Paris at the time, entrusted them with this mission in 1923. They can be recognized by the white mantle they wear, on which the Jerusalem cross is embroidered in red. The crown's return to the cathedral is scheduled for December 13th. On that day, a large number of knights and dames of the Equestrian Order of the Holy Sepulchre will take part in its transfer in a grand ceremony. From December until June 2025, the crown will be presented to members of the public every first Friday of the month, as part of Notre Dame's 6-month reopening festivities.